everybody.
Right.
Nice to be here today. Another month. I can't believe it's July already, Mick, and it's 9 degrees this morning when I walked the dog. Can't believe it.
I know, halfway through the year.
I know. You've got your body warmer on. I've gone down to my t-shirt, but I've got my jumper right next to me. It's blooming ridiculous. We've got over halfway through the year. It's starting to get blooming days are getting shorter now. Anyway. It's not doing the fruit very well because I normally pick bilberries in June and they're still not ripe. Still not ripe. But there we go. Global warming, my arse. But anyway,
We have eating on, have you?
before we get all the eco warriors shouted at us about how we're all going to die in 6 years, which we're not.
Well, 8 years ago that they said that.
Well, basically they said by 2030 we're all going to fry in our beds, but even though it's bloody freezing. Anyway, that's not why we're here. We're here to do video question and answer. Anybody got any questions? You know where we are. At the end of the day, we also in these sessions do a nice little introduction to something. So today I'm running the bells and whistles and Mick is doing the presentation. So we're going to go through different types of video editing software which are out there. And that we'll go through from free to expensive. We'll talk about the different attributes that each product kind of brings to the table. And we might even touch on a little bit of AI editing a bit later about how there's more and more of that appearing, if you fancy. But anyway, on that note, I will pass you over to Mick.
Okay, bear with me. Let me share my screen. So basically today it's going to be a little bit of an abridged version of the webinar I run. Okay, so I'm going to take you through. Basically, we get asked a lot of questions off our members, like which editing software should I use? So this is what I'm going to run through. I was going to run through it quickly because it's a longer actual presentation. So what we try and do is we narrow it down to 3 sort of levels. You've got a beginner's entry level, and we've got a sort of mid-range, and then we've got like high end. Okay, so the beginning level, there's sort of 2 bits to it. Okay, we use something which is called Mavavi, but you actually pay for this. Okay, but this is what we use when we're actually doing our workshop on editing. Okay, beginner's guide to editing, and it's really easy to use. If you think about it, so the way I sort of describe it is if you were driving a car, you would get a car that's easy to use. It's really, the interface is good. You do everything is, and it's really easy to use. Maybe a little bit of automatic in with it as well, so it's going to help you. Okay, so this is why you wouldn't just drive a car. You'd pay for lessons first. This is where you're kind of paying. So you're paying for this editing suite where it actually helps you. It's really useful. You hover over things, it tells you what it does, or you can click on things, it shows you what it does before you actually use it. It's really easy to use. Okay, and my advice is if you do come on the editing course, it's 3 weeks. On the second week, get the free trial version and you get it for 2 weeks, and you can actually follow along for the following 2 weeks. Okay, so that's Mavavi. And then the other one, which is getting better and better all the time, is CapCut. This is free. Okay, so people sort of say, why not go for the free one? Well, the difference is it's a little bit clunky to use. You need to sort of know where things are and what they are and why you need to use them. Where in Mavavi, it's a little bit more user friendly. It's got a better interface. So, but the thing with CapCut, it's every week it's getting updates, and it's really great with AI. So, for example, you can remove the background. So, say if I took a video of me with the wall behind me, I could get rid of that with AI. About a year ago, 2 years ago, you used to have to go frame by frame and get rid of it. Things have moved on so much. The thing with all these is that they're pretty much similar layout. It's just some are a little bit easier to use. Some take less processing, so you don't need such a great computer. But there's commonality. So I always go back to the idea of driving a car. Okay, you might have a BMW high end, which is like a Premiere Pro, which I'll move on to. Or you may go for like a bit of a banger to start with, then mid-range you might pay a little bit more money. Okay, so Premiere Pro, this is high end. Okay, this is industry standard. You can make films with this, like TV programs are all made with this. it's really, well, it's really, for me, easy to use, but I've learned it over the years. But I would say I don't actually even use, say, I probably only use about 40% of it. It's so in depth, okay? And you can actually drill down and be really specific about what you do with your edits, but you need to know what you want to do and how to do it, okay? So comparing, we have beginner friendly, so that's CapCut, simple to use, like I said before, and what it's good, it's what's good about it, it's intuitive, but you kind of need to know what you're doing. Without it, again, it's a bit more of a balance to it. It actually helps you. You can hover over things, it tells you what to do, and it gives you examples of doing it before you actually done it. And then Premiere, it's a steep learning curve. It's quite hard to get into. Okay, and so as I touched on before, CapCut's got really great AI advances, and it is moving on all the time. Mojave does the same, but it's not kind of keeping up as much. But as a starting beginners, I'd say it's a really good one. There's other stuff out there. I'm not trying to push it, Mojave, but there are other stuff out there. And then Premiere Pro, it's really in depth, really comprehensive, real professional grade tools, for example, like color correction stuff. The other ones do it, but you can really drill down and get real pinpoint like effects of it and stuff like that. So pricing, like I said, CapCut's free, but there is a paid plan as well where you get more benefits. The thing what I would say about CapCut, which is what I'm a little bit concerned at, is more stuff are migrating across to the paid. It's like they want to sort of get you hooked, and then they're taking stuff away and putting it onto the paid plan. So just be wary of that. Also, the other thing about CapCut is it's owned by ByteDance, which owns TikTok, and there's loads of things going on politically in the world about TikTok at the minute, because like China owns it, as in the Chinese Communist Party. So there's a lot of things there. So it might start to get banned in certain countries. So just to be aware of that. Mojave is affordable. Again, you got your free trial, see if you like it, and then Premiere Pro is real high end, and it is quite expensive. It's loads of money a month, but you get like the great package. But you can also use their other packages as well, sort of integrate with each other. So let me quickly, so I'll just fly through these because this is more for the actual one. So let's start with Mojave. Okay, so this is the interface. You'll find it's quite common between them all. So what I've done, I put some actual footage already in. So I'll just quickly go through a couple of things with you, and I'll show you on each one. So I've got Gareth here, so I'm going to bring him into the timeline. Okay, so there he is. And then what you can do to trim, you go and you find where he starts talking. So what's great, I can tell here, if you look down here, I can tell by these wavelengths, that's where the sound is, and he's just about to talk. Two ways of trimming. I can click on it, and then I can drag it across. That's one way. Move it back. Or I could go to where he ends.
Even if their audience are not on the platform.
Stop it, and then I can do the split. So I'm splitting the clip, and then I can just delete the second part. So that's really simple, easy editing, okay? So I'll bring in another one. So I want this one where it starts just before it picks up the cup. Again, I can drag it. What's great, it snaps to where the actual pointer tool is here. So it goes back, and then I'm gonna, let's do it the other way. So I'll do the scissors again and delete. So it's nice, quick and easy. I don't want the sound on this one, so let's move it down. So let me quickly show transition. So I go into the transitions, and I want to show them all. So for example, there's all these transitions. So like there, if I click on it, it shows you what it does, which is brilliant. Okay, you know, for the beginner. So I can go through. So I say, right, I want to crossfade, so it's going from A to D. So all I do is grab it, drop it down, and if I just zoom in a bit, you can see it's there. And then if I press play, it crossfades. Okay, so that's another great thing. It renders quite quick as well. So any effects you put in, it renders quite quick. Premiere Pro takes quite a while to do stuff like that, okay, rendering, depending on the size. So there we go, that's great. And another thing is like, how do I add in my audio? So you just basically grab your audio and you drag it down to the audio track, one with the things there. So if I press play now, it's too loud. So what I can do is I can go and I can turn it down. So let's go to about 25. Play again.
People often ask,
So it's still a bit loud, so I can tweak it now by bringing down.
people often ask me, should they be using?
So there we go, quite a quick edit already. So that's Movave. So like I say, real quick and easy, but it helps you. You know, you can go on things, hover over things, and it tells you what to do. So let's now go to CapCut. So again, very similar. You got your monitor that you look at, you got your timeline, you got your bin here where all your assets are. So like all your video files, your audio. So again, I'll drag in. And let's find, so this is a bit more tricky because it's not showing the actual waveforms.
It's just rendering at the moment, isn't it? There you go.
It's now appearing. So if I zoom in, so a couple of ways of doing it. You can either drag this, zoom in, or keep, what I always try to say with editing, keyboard shortcuts is brilliant. So I'm doing, on this one, it's actually Control and Plus on the keyboard, Command probably if you're using Mac. So just before it starts talking, again, and then I can go to the end and drag it to it as before.
Why they should be using YouTube, even if their audience are not on the platform.
So stop there, and then on this one you can do that, okay, and then you can delete it. There's other ones there you can delete, and it deletes it for a bit. I'm just going to show you the quick way, so I'm not confusing you too much. I'm showing you the sort of exact same things. So again, bring in the second bit. Go to the bit where you're just about to pick up a cup. There we go, and then I can drag it. Whoop! Let's do that. So I'm going to split it like this. Delete. And then let's go to where he puts it down, and then split, delete. So it's that quick. Again, you can bring in the audio. Let's bring it down on this one. So it's a slightly different way of doing it on this one. So let's bring it down. A bit loud still. Let's zoom in a bit. There we go.
People often ask me, should they be using YouTube for business? Well, they should.
Okay, so save it again. So transitions, go up here, the transitions. And you've got all these transitions. Okay, so the sort of thing it does show you on here, if you look on, if you hover over it, kind of shows you, but it's quite small. But it's getting better each time. It's sort of helping you. You will notice it says Pro. Now that's the paid plan. So if you don't have the paid plan, you can only use the ones that are Pro. We have a paid plan. It's a bit of a tongue twister that. So I'll show you. But well, actually, just for beginner, let's just pick one that's not. Then you know we can show actually what is available. And then you just hover over and you let go. Okay, you got the symbol. If I press play now, there you go. A nice whizzy bang transition. Okay, so that's CapCut. So now let's go Premiere. So Premiere, again, same sort of interface, a little bit more going on here. You've got like a sound thing meter, so when it plays, it tells you where the sound is and things like that. You've got your monitor here, and also you've actually got a source one as well. So in here, what's a little bit better about Premiere is you can actually organize your files better. Before you just shove them in the bin, they're all in the same one. With this, you can actually have a file structure to it and go into. So for example, in my footage folder, I've got subfolders, so it's a lot more neater, you know exactly where to go. So let's go to camera, which is the footage we gather. Drag it in. Okay, go to there. Again, you can do the same thing. So it's all pretty, like I say, it's all pretty much the same. So if you think about driving a car, you're using your steering wheel, you're using your acceleration, it's all the same kind of techniques. This is the thing with editing. It's the same techniques. There's just little bits of different ways of doing it. So on this one, I go to the razor blade tool and I hover over where I want it and then click on it. So slightly different symbols, slightly different ways of doing it, but it's pretty much the same thing. It's just knowing where to go and like what you're doing. Okay, let's do the cutaway. So go to just about where it's going to do it. There we go. Just there. Again, you could do it that way. Let's go to where it drops it. There you go. Or you could, again, like I said, you could use the razor blade. I'll zoom in. So on this one, it's actually just a plus. So it's sort of knowing in each software what the shortcuts are. And I do use quite a few different ones depending on what my task is, and they can get a little bit confusing. But hopefully you'll be just sticking to the one. So there we go. Right, so in here, transitions. So again, it's like, oh God, where's the menu? But it's down here on this one. So you've actually got video transitions, and you've got, so let's go for a dissolve. Again, you've got cross dissolve here, so let's do it. So you drag it on over the top. Let me just zoom in a bit. There you go. So you drag it over the top and let go. So it's all, like I said, it's all pretty much the same sort of thing. But within Photoshop, let's see if it does it. Yeah, it's really nice. Sometimes if it's a longer one and it's quite sophisticated, it'll take a while. You might have to render it for it to see it. There we go, cross dissolve. Okay, and then audio, let's just do that, just to top cap it off. Again, same sort of principle, but you drop it down to the audio track, which is down here. And then on here, you've got a little bit more control over it. So what we can do is can go up to here. So I clicked on it, can go up to the volume, and you can start dragging it down. So let's drag it down to about -30. Or you could just type it in. Different ways of doing it. So many ways of doing the same thing. So it's a bit quiet. So let's try -25.
People often ask me, should they be using YouTube for business?
Not bad. So just tidy up. That's the obsessive in me there. So I say just a quick edit there for you, showing all the different ones that you can get and what you can do with it as well. Where's my... There we are. Yep, cool. Right, so just to say what to do. So basically, our recommendations is what you're going to be using it for, what money do you want to spend on it, and what are your business needs. Okay, and pretty much as well, what's your experience as well. If you're a total beginner, I would start with a package that's easy to use. That's why we sort of recommend Movavi. But there's loads of different software. You might even already have a software, and you say, look, I've already bought it. I'm going to use it. Again, brilliant, use it. It's just you might just need to learn a little bit where things are and kind of how to control them. But like I said, it's the same principle. It's all the same theory of learning to edit. It's just sort of knowing where things are to better do it. And then what we say is practice and practice and practice. Just keep doing it all the time. Get better at it. Experiment with the different tools that are out there. Watch other people's videos and try and emulate them. Think how have they done it, and then do it that way. Experimenting with the tools, try and like copy it or like enhance it or even improve on that what they've done. And then what we say is video is brilliant for actually elevating your brand. Video, it's the easiest medium. It's just show and tell. People are inherently lazy. Most people are. They'll rather watch a video than actually read through loads of words and looking at pictures and stuff like that. So it really does drive growth and stuff to your businesses. So that is the I think there's CapCut, Movavi, and Adobe Premiere. So that's it. So basically, we do have an interactive workshop this Friday, isn't it, Gareth?
Start first sessions this Friday, yes.
Friday. So it is really in depth. So what we've done around 6 hours in one day, we've split into 3 weeks, 2 hours at a time. 12 till 2, and first bit introduction, showing you what to do, where things are, little showing sort of tools and techniques, what's available. And the second week, I show you an assembly edit, starting from scratch, from the beginning, how to bring in footage, build up your timeline, and then sort of like a bit like a skeleton of it. And then this third week is we're putting all the effects on, adding all the flesh and the bones and stuff like that to it. So going through step by step. And again, like I said, that's in the Vavi. And so that's this Friday. But also, like I say, have a go, do stuff. But we have some clients who do it. They do their quick stuff, but time's money for businesses. So they're saying, look, I haven't got time to edit. So they'll chuck it to us and say, look, can you do our editing? Which is great. I will do editing. And you can either pay as you go, or you can buy bulk. You can buy 10 hours for 9, and so you get 10% discount. And we'll do it. You just send through your files, Google Drive, WeTransfer, whatever your preferred one is, and then I'll do it, put it up to YouTube on an unlisted video, so only you can see it with a link, and then it goes back and forth a few times. Or you just tweak this, you tweak that, and then it's done. And then once I get used to your style, it's much quicker. So we have quite a few clients who do that. So that's it. And then basically our Video Creators Club, if you're not a member, that's there as well. So that is my presentation. Any questions? We've
got a comment from Carl Parkin, who's basically said that he uses Filmora. So
yeah, that's one I've heard used. I think it's a bit more to it, and there's a little bit more. It's in just editing. I think there's more to it. I've got to admit, I've never used it. I've only seen it being used. It's like I've tried so many different packages. I can't go through them all, but yeah. I have heard it's quite easy to use, and you will get very similar outcomes of what we do. I mean, if there's anything specific you want to know, you can drop us a line. I can research it, and if you're struggling with something, and I can show you how to do it just by me looking at some YouTube videos. I better work it out.
It's funny, isn't it? Because there is so much out there and everything. Yeah. And I did a video yesterday about our video workshop and stuff like that, and there was a comment from it was a tongue-in-cheek kind of comment from Angela Walker. She did winky face at the end, said, stop teaching people how to do our job, because she does a lot of video work herself. She's actually a reporter, but she does her editing, and she does quite a bit of editing and stuff.
Yeah.
And basically, I said, I don't think it's us that are showing people how to do it. I think the fact that the technology has got so much more simple, that basically it's become easier to edit now. I think over time, basically we've got essentially even the AI that's coming out now, is getting a bit mad in the fact that you can just put stuff in. You could write text in and it'll make a video for you.
Yeah.
Okay, it won't have you in it, which when we're doing business videos, we want to be putting ourselves on the videos because people buy from people.
Yeah.
But essentially, it's a case of the technology is so good that it isn't hard.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like you said about driving a car. Sorry, Mick.
Yeah, no, go on, mate.
Once you understand the basic principles, then it's so easy.
Yeah, it's like we are embracing AI. If you can do things quicker, and that's great. But I wouldn't totally trust it.
God, no.
Do stuff, but then tweak it how you like it. Like, for example, like CapCut, things like that. There's so many templates you go in and do it, but then other people will be using it. You're not sticking out. You're just like everyone else. That's where I prefer. You could do it, but then you could tweak it for your own branding colors and stuff like that. Tweak things, or like that's why I prefer Premiere. I can start from scratch and build up myself. And I know it's unique to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you want to stick out, maybe you just want a crowd and cheap and to follow it. That's very good. That's your style.
The thing is with video though, it's just when you create a video, you make the pieces. It's like a jigsaw. You make the pieces and then you just glue them together in the right order so that you get the finished picture. But it's it's easier than people think. I mean, I use OBS, so I limit my editing by using OBS, but I still need to edit. You know, I still need to top, tail, and if I make a mistake in the middle of a video and I'm sharing my screen, then I know I can cut that out and stuff like that. But I still need to edit, so you still need to have the basic principles. It's just that essentially you're cutting out a lot of things, like, you know, to edit my name bar like that. There's quite a few moving parts, and I can cut that down by using OBS. But I could also create that as a template in an edit, and have that as a template that I could just bring in whenever I want.
Yeah.
So I think the saying is there's more than one way to skin a cat, really.
Totally.
Um,
Yeah. I mean, that's the great thing about OBS. If you're going to do a live presentation, that's
Yeah.
perfect. You know, if you start at your desk, OBS
Yeah.
is great. Just a bit of pre-planning, like Gareth pre-planned his graphics there. But if you're out and about filming, you know, you have to use like a camera or a mobile phone or something. That's where you need to then come in and use an editing package.
Yeah, and I'm using CapCut. CapCut. I'm using for the challenge tomorrow. I'm using OBS to do that. I'm just putting the link in for the challenge. So if anybody doesn't know, I'm actually going up against tomorrow. I'm going up against a copywriter. He has to write a blog, a 500-word blog, and I have to create a 2-minute video. So we're going to be. The subject is starting up a membership business, getting paid, and increasing retention, I think. So I've said it so many times today, I've forgotten it. So I've just put the link into there for the Creators Challenge tomorrow. And that should be quite interesting, really, because, yeah, it's going to be the power of, or the speed of, being able to create video content, you know, compared to him writing text. And yeah, it'll take me 2 minutes to do a 2-minute video. I think I've dropped off. Have I dropped off? Are you still there? Oh, you are still there. You didn't move for ages. What's the matter with you?
No, I'm just reading chat.
Are you having a stroke? Are you all right, mate? You reading those comments? Are you reading those comments? Yeah, me too. Somebody's actually come onto our Clockwork Eye channel, and they've asked how much for us to make them a watch.
No, how to make a watch.
How to make a watch. There we are. Hello, how to make a watch. Okay, thank you for that. Oh, that's the Creators Challenge one. There we are. So yes, no, we're not a watch manufacturing or training company. We are a video training company.
Yeah, unless it's the bit about dodgy typing, but I can't work out what it's actually trying to say.
How much to make a watch?
Make a watch.
Well, I'm assuming Clockwork Eye.
Maybe how to make people watch your video afterwards, maybe? Get it seen?
I don't know. We're going to have to leave that as obscure as it is.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what it is, what we advise is put up to YouTube, and then you do all your tagging, good descriptions, good thumbnail, and basically signposting people to that video, and then share it out on different platforms as well. If you go, if you do your LinkedIn, natively upload it to LinkedIn using their upload. If you use Facebook, natively upload it to Facebook. That's how you get it seen, get it put out as on the different platforms.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you're in business, I would always recommend YouTube anyway, just because Google own it. So
yeah.
But yes. So have we got anything else we want to tell the lovely people? So I put the link in for the workshop starting this Friday. That's session 1, 12 till 2, and then it'll be the 12th and the 19th. And
then put it onto LinkedIn as well.
You what?
Have you put it onto LinkedIn as well? Yeah, brilliant. Nice one.
First duplicated stream. And we got YouTube at the end of the month on the 26th.
Any little webinars out this month for anyone?
Yep, we've got 2 webinars this month. So on the 12th, we have got this is maximizing video quality, smartphone settings explained. And then on the 26th at 9, these are at 9:30 in the morning, by the way, we have camera confidence and presentation skills. So you'll be able to get more confident in front of the camera, as it were. I haven't got the links for them yet because I didn't copy them.
Yeah, no, they're both great little workshops as well. Because that we find that's one of the biggest things that stop people from creating. They come on our courses, they're in the club or there. They've got sort of other skills, but it's just that confidence to let their first videos go. And that's where that webinar comes in. It's really useful. And then also the other one, like knowing your settings on your mobile phone to get best quality. That's crucial as well.
It's amazing actually when you actually start looking at the settings on your phone and stuff. It's amazing how much more there are than what you realize. It's it's quite scary actually.
Again, it's a generic one because each phone's different, so you can't go into everything. So it's just like generic settings.
You can't.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I've just put the link in for the camera settings one, and I've got the link coming here soon for where is it, Mick? We've also got 2 micro workshops, by the way, and which we're going to be doing this month, and I'll talk about them in a second. I'm just looking for camera confidence link. So I'm not used to doing this job. This is your job. This is
exactly
because you were doing the talk today.
I'm the star today.
Yeah.
I bet people have an heart attack that I've talked too much.
I bet there has been. I've had some private messages about like I didn't know Mick could talk. I thought he was a mute.
There you go.
Which is obviously nice for them to see that you know. Hey.
I think that says cute, not mute.
God, Jesus. I don't think it does make no. So that's the camera confidence one. And then we've got 2 micro workshops. So the micro workshops we've got are basically on the 12th. So the 12th and the 26th are our busy days. We've got on the 12th, we've got turn long video. So long form video into shorts using AI. So the thing about that one is that it's quite amazing the AI technology that's out there, and basically you could take a video which is landscape, and you can bang it into AI, and then it'll automatically choose bits of the long video, and you can say how long you want it to be, and then it'll just turn it into portrait videos with the snippets it think are really good. But you do need to tweak it. So you need to go in afterwards and kind of tweak what you're doing so that, it might put like the end of a sentence on, or it might be longer than the time you actually specified. So you need to trim or speed up or whatever. But yeah, I mean, we got the micro workshop on that, which is so long.
Yeah, it's really time saving because we use it, and like I say, you could go through your long video and spend ages going through the whole video, working out what's less than a minute and stuff like that, and it takes ages. Where this, you just bang in, it's working out from the actual things you say. And the thing with shorts is they don't have to be that perfect. It's more of a, like Gareth's analogies. If you went fishing, you're chucking chum in the water, which the shorts are chum. You chuck it in around your hook, so you're putting the shorts in. And then you can link your shorts into the longer video, which is your hook. And then hopefully they'll like the shorts, go, I like that, I'll go to the longer form, and go to longer form, watch that. And you've hopefully got them trapped on you. Not trapped, but, so they'll see your videos then you'll suggest other videos. But it's great. But like I said, like Guy says, it does it, but it just needs that tweak. So I go through and just show you how to tweak it as well. Like it comes up with, it's great because it comes up with the captions as well. So as it says the words, the captions appear. You may not like the style, you might need to go and try a different one and stuff like that. And all videos we set always have a call to action. So I'll show how to add a call to action at the end as well. It's pointless having a video if you haven't got a call to action.
Then the other workshop we've got on the 26th at 3 o'clock in the afternoon is the how to use TubeBuddy on YouTube. So TubeBuddy is a really good product for making life easier on YouTube. So basically, when you go into YouTube in the back end, things like keywords and stuff like that, kind of does it for you. You've got keyword searches, you've got all these different little tools, thumbnail maker, chapter maker, and all that. And it actually it takes the mundane jobs and it makes the jobs easier. So we've got that one as well, which I've just put up as well. And if you are interested in TubeBuddy, and you're using YouTube and you want to make life easier for yourself, then I would look at it, because quite simply, it does really, really, really help. I use it all the time. So essentially, I'm going to give you a link in the chat now for TubeBuddy. Yeah.
You can do thumbnails in it as well, which is great.
Yeah. And I'm going to give
Otherwise,
you.
YouTube will come with free options. It just randomly chooses them for you, and you don't go with them. Always do your own thumbnails.
Yeah,
So
yeah. YouTube will pick 3 where you put in funny faces.
Yeah.
Yeah. YouTube will always pick one where you go, where you going, like that, or even that's a favorite of YouTube's, when your eyes are bloody closed. But yeah, so I've just put a link in for TubeBuddy, if anybody is interested, and that is an affiliate link, I will say now, right? But it's £3 a month, and we get a kickback of about £1, and it goes in our Christmas dinner fund. It's gonna pay for our Christmas lunch. So if you're gonna get TubeBuddy at £3 a month, then please use the affiliate link. It's we're not asking much.
Yeah. At the moment, we'll be washing up.
And at the moment we'll be washing up, yeah. But at least we'll be able to buy a beer.
Yeah.
Well, for £1, we'll be able to buy, like, an eighth of a beer.
Yeah.
But well, quarter.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's it's a really, really good product. So as you can see, we've got absolutely loads of stuff going on at the moment. So our aim is to help you start creating video content. Okay, that is our objective. Is that the Video Creators Club, the training that we do, and all the rest of it is there to help you start creating. The club offers support, so you can get in touch whenever you fancy. If you've got a problem, if you could run out of ideas, if you've got a technical issue, then you can get in touch, and basically we will help you get over that obstacle. If you want to start creating videos and you really haven't got the confidence, then basically we can help you get over those hurdles as well. Essentially, the training that we've got will help you learn how to create content using OBS, using basic your phone and other simple things like that. So yeah, in reality, we've got loads of stuff. We've got the webinars that we do every month. We do 2 webinars a month. We do 2 workshops a month, and we do 2 micro workshops a month. So yeah, we're really pushing now to get people using more and more video.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
So just react to the editing, for example, one of our members, it was the first video I'd done. He was really sort of needed his hand holding a little bit. So he got in touch before. We talked him through possibilities, what he could do. He had a bit of a brief, because he's, I won't say quite franchisey, but people in his area were all put into one video. So they wanted a section for this video off him. And so he had this idea. So he went out and about, filmed him to camera talking, but then he wanted a cutaway. So he filmed that separately in his house on the mobile phone of this app that he was talking about. And he was cutting to the app. So then he got in touch, and literally we help, and we had the time. So I sat him through, and I literally shared my screen, showed him how to do a quick edit. And again, although I use Premiere, CapCut, and Mavavi, we actually ended up using Clipchamp, which is the free software that comes with Microsoft. Because all he wanted to do was top and tail, add a cutaway, and export. So and it's quite easy to show him that rather than going through the sophisticated look of the other ones. So that's where I'm saying, depending on what your use is, it might depend on what software you use. For example, like I was talking about shorts. So I'll use CapCut in that because it's really quick and easy. You can add the captions and stuff like that, where if I did it in Premiere, I'd have to type out, well, not type it out, but there's quicker ways of doing it, but it'd take a lot longer in Premiere than it would in CapCut. So depending on what object of the edit is depends on what I'll use, you know, which software I'll use. So for example, going back to the car, if I'm doing off-roading, I'm going to use a 4x4. If I'm whizzing down motorway, I'm going to use a fast sports car. And if I'm going shopping and taking kids around and picking stuff up, I'll use a big estate car. You know, you just use it depending on what you want to use it for.
Yep. Rocky was saying hello.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So yes, feel free to get in touch if you've got any questions. We do also offer a free mentoring session that you can book with us if you've got any queries or you want to go through how video will work for you. I just need to find the link, which is in my list. And then I can post it. Come on, you.
Yeah. That's basically the mentor is basically, like I said, the bloke, he wanted to do the editing in one shot, so we spent an hour with him talking him through it, talking the options and things like that.
Yeah.
So
there's
no
always
problem
options. This is the thing. There's always options when it comes to creating video. Video is not as hard as people think to create. So yeah, if you've got any questions about creating video, or you want to just have a book a one-to-one with us, then by all means feel free to do so, and we'll give you the best advice we can. So that's it, Mick.
Yeah.
That's it for another month. We'll be back next month, and at the end of the day, we'll come up with another topic, and we will tell you more about video and all the rest of it.
Yeah, that can help you in your business.
Yeah. So we'll see you later, guys. Bye-bye.
Back to editing for me. See ya.
Bye.